guys, thanks again for tuning back in with me. As you know, my name is Nay. For those of you who do not know me, welcome to my channel, and I hope to be seeing you guys again. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's get right into it on what we're talking about today. So one of the things that I see a lot of frustration in is if individuals are manifesting correctly or not. And one of the reasons why I want to go ahead and talk about that today is because I want to just go over some of the things that I personally do that I have gotten major results from, and to see if you guys can implement it into your lives, to see if you guys have a significant change. So I am going to have to explain some of the key points. I know for those of you who are like, just get to the video or think you can just fast forward, that's cool. But there are some things that you have to understand in order to manifest correctly. So I'm going to go over some of the quick things when it comes to that, just so you can get a general understanding if you do not have one already. And then we'll go ahead and get right to it. All right. So one thing that I want you guys to understand about manifesting, or the way that the universe works in general, doesn't matter if you want the stuff or if you don't want the stuff. If you are setting an intention on it, if you are thinking about it, if you are dwelling on those thoughts, if you happen to feel strongly passionate, have an emotion attached to it, when I say whether you want it or you don't, because you are allowing it to play a major factor in here, the universe doesn't understand how you want it, what you want, the way you want it. They just know that you want it. So you're gonna be like, wait, who the hell are you to say I want a bad relationship, I want a toxic relationship, I want to get cheated on, I want to be broke? Who are you to say I like my situation, I want to get this done, I want this happening to me? Who are you to say that, right? You're right. Who am I to say that? And believe it or not, like, it was a real hard pill for me to swallow when I had to learn this stuff too. However, when I started learning and understanding, it was also easy for me to implement it. It just sometimes takes a certain individual to get that message to you. It sometimes takes certain material to resonate with you differently. You might have heard the same thing over and over, but that one individual or that one situation may have giving you a better understanding than you've ever had in your whole life. And once it clicks, it clicks. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, believe it or not, like, if you are thinking like, this is just an example. My boyfriend is cheating on me. My boyfriend is cheating on me. Oh my God. I feel it. My intuition. My question is, do you know the difference between your thoughts and your intuition speaking to you? If so, that's an amazing thing. If not, you might want to stop there and start really thinking about where are these thoughts coming from. One of the things that I do when I start having negative thoughts is I say release, release, release. That helps me start thinking about different things. Because if I start thinking about, oh, my boyfriend's cheating on me, and I go look for evidence, because that's how things manifest. You start looking for evidence, right? What do? You go through his phone. We don't really go through pockets because who's writing down numbers and stuff, but you start looking at things. A lot of times it's going through the social media, it's going through the phones, you start looking for evidence. Some of y'all start putting trackers, some of y'all start doing things, and what happens? I knew he was cheating on me. And then you still take his ass back, huh? Why? Right? Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Because he's a good person, because you want to forgive him, because you can get through this, because you can get over this, because there's other things that you can look into, that you can see as far as the good in that individual than just that situation. That's typically some of the reasons that we tell ourselves when we do things that we typically don't want to do, but because of our hearts, we find ways to make ourselves feel at ease. So what I mean by that is, you attracted that somehow. How? Okay, it started off with a thought, right? It started off with a thought. You dwelled on that thought. See, and when you dwelled on that thought, also sometimes comes words with those thoughts that are spoken out loud. Also, there comes actions with those thoughts, which would require looking for evidence. And boom, you manifest it. Now, when you got some emotion tied to that, oh baby, that shit happens quickly. Have you ever woke up one day and everything just seemed like it kept going wrong? You got out the bed, you stumped your toe, you did something. Don't let you hit your knee on the table or stump your toe or do anything that really pisses you off, and it seems like everything just starts going bad, does it not? And by the time we get done, we be like, God damn, I should have just stayed in the bed, right? And that's because we didn't take the time out. We didn't acknowledge, hey, what's really going on? Because we didn't understand that we were attracting it. But when you understand that you start attracting this, you have more control over your life than you understand, then you're able to remember instantly and start implementing new techniques, new tools, new resources that you have to be able to turn that day around. Now with manifesting. The thing with manifesting is you have to intentionally manifest. Because when I say anything that you ask for, even when you don't want it, again, the universe just knows that you're stuck on that, and that's something that you want. You know what I mean? They don't know that, oh no, I don't like how this is happening to me. For instance, oh, I don't like being broke. I don't want to be broke, but I don't have no money. I get scared when I open up my bank account. I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? So you feel broke, right? So the universe is like, okay, you want broke. They don't understand, oh, I want money. So if you want something different than that, if you want money, you have to start seeing yourself as if you already had it. Kind of hard to do, right? There's no motivation behind that. So you have to set an intention, right? You have to set an intention. You have to set a reasonable intention that you can believe. Not, I want $100,000, because you probably don't feel like I can make $100,000 right now. If that's not something you've done before, if you've seen, you might be a little less motivated to really stay in that thought. However, $1,000, and you can start off smaller, something that's reasonable that you can actually believe in yourself, believe in here. That can happen for me. So let's say you want to manifest $1,000, right? I need $1,000. I need to pay this. I need to pay whatever. Let's say you want to manifest $1,000, okay? You go into manifesting. You set a tone of, or set a tone. You set an intention. You're gonna make $1,000. It's not your concern to worry about how that $1,000 is about to be made. It's not your concern to try to control the universe. The universe just knows you want $1,000. Remember that. That doesn't mean that $1,000 may necessarily come in a way that you're expecting it to. So what do? One of the things that I do, I get my bills now. Instead of dreading the bills, I get my bills now and I pretend like they're checks. If that bill says $1,000, if that bill says $300, if that bill says, oh, I got another check. It sounds stupid, but you start believing that. Another thing that I do, I write it down. I write down what I want to manifest, right? I'm going to show you guys an example. So for those of you who have been following me for a while, you guys know that at the beginning of the year, I came out with this Ask and You Shall Receive 369 Manifestation Journal, right? I like this journal, and I wrote it out for people because the journal has you basically write down whatever you're going to manifest, whether it's a place, thing, or a person. You write it 3 times in the morning, you write it 6 times in the evening, you write it 9 times at night. Don't have to do it this way. This is just an example. This just gives somebody instruction. This just gives somebody some type of guidance until they get it to work out the best way that they find is useful for them. So this is kind of roughly like a guidance. It has other things too, but this video is not about this journal. I just want you guys to get an understanding, and you don't need that journal. You can use a notebook. You can use whatever you want to do. You can use your phone. But when you start writing it down, there is so much power in writing things down because you start believing it. It's easier to remember. It's easier to believe. So let's say one of the things that you you struggle with is money. That's something that you want as far as a change in your life. You want something like that to turn around for you. I start by writing down, well, why do I feel like I don't have this or I can't get this? So what are my fears about money, right? So I wrote down my fears. Money doesn't grow on trees. Sometimes I didn't used to like opening up my bank account because I didn't know what was going to be in there. No matter how hard I have worked, there were so many other things that I can go on. And as I looked at the list, I said, oh, you got a scarcity mindset. Well, that'll do it. And what made me realize that was because my boyfriend was like, babe, you make more money than a lot of people make. He just was saying, like, he has a hard time that I, out of all people, be tripping about money because everybody always thinks that I just have so much. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like for others. But I was like, it just don't be feeling like that to me. I just always feel like I got to make more. I got to do this. I'm like, I'm going to run out. So I realized, okay, I had a scarcity mindset. I need to transition that into abundance mindset. So I started looking around me. I always have money to pay my bills. I always have money to take care of my kids. I always have money to live the lifestyle that I prefer. I always have money to do anything that I want to do typically. And I don't run out. And I haven't ran out. So I'm like, I can get on that. I can get with the program on that. I understand that. I feel that. So I write things. I write things that I believe. I have an abundance mindset. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me freely. Money comes to me without me having to try. I say little things that I truly can believe. I truly can testify to. So when I say it, I believe it. And I put it out there. You can do this in a meditation. You can take a couple minutes out. Just set your intent on something. They say use it for 17 seconds. If you can hold that thought of whatever that is for 17 seconds, they say it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Try not to think about nothing else. If you think about other stuff while you're meditating, that's perfectly fine. Release it and focus back on what you want to focus on. And then when you are done with manifestation, when you're done manifesting what you want, give the time for the universe to let it happen. Okay? It's good. It's good to look for evidence, but don't look for evidence to the point where you get yourself disappointed and then you start throwing some negative shit out there, which will put you in a situation where you feel like the work that you just put in didn't work. Because see, the thing about manifestation is when you feel like it's not working, that's when it comes. It's about to come and you got to be ready for it. You got to be open to it. You got to feel good about it. You really do, guys. Like, this shit is real. This is real. You just have to believe it, and you have to put yourself in a place and align yourself with realistic goals for yourself. The other important thing about manifestation, y'all got to realize what y'all really want. Some of us be asking for things that we truly don't want. We might think that we want. It might sound good. A lot of times we be conditioned off of other people's damn thoughts, motivations, and things like that. We lose sight of what we really want for ourselves. But once you figure out what will make you happy, you're good. And if you manifest things off of how you would feel when you have it versus just, regular ass things, it would be even stronger. For instance, if I wanted an extra $10,000 a month, if I had that extra $10,000 a month, how would that $10,000 a month feel? Because they tell you got to have that joy. You got to feel that feeling that you're going to feel like as if you already had it. And it's like, how the hell do I do that? Well, think about it. If you had that, how would that make you feel? How would that extra $10,000 a month, if you had that right now, what would it bring to your life? Well, it'll bring joy. It'll bring peace. It'll bring happiness. It'll make me feel like I can relax. I can put my feet up. I can exhale. I can breathe. It feels good. When you think about the stuff that you truly desire, it's easy. I swear to you, it is so easy. It is that simple. We overcomplicate everything. It's not that simple. If you can focus on releasing those negative thoughts out of your mind, it's hard. It takes practice. It is not easy. But if you start getting in a habit of doing it, you'll have more positive thoughts, more positivity will start coming in. Your ego will start working less. Your inner being, your intuition, the good will start working more. You wouldn't care about what other people think. You wouldn't care about certain things. You'll realize the things that you cared about, you don't care about as much as you thought you did. There's other more important things. And when you realize how important it is to protect your peace and getting yourself to vibrate at a certain frequency, and how you don't like how you feel if you go down here, it'll be like second nature, yo. It'll be like second nature. But I told you I was going to keep this video short. I told you I wasn't going to waste y'all time. I hope this video helps somebody. I really, really do. I hope it's beneficial. And most importantly, I hope you guys do apply this to your lives. I hope this does help you guys. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I can't even talk. I want to take the time out to thank every one of you guys for watching this video, and I hope it was informative. If you do like this video, please comment below. If you do implement this strategy, please let me know what your results are. Journal, 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 journal. Journaling is the only way that is going to show you some of the transition, some of the magic that is happening in your life without you realizing. And then most importantly, it will help you find gratitude on those days where it feels like the world is going to shit. So again, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for your support. I thank you for tuning in with me. Please let me know what you guys would like to see next. Please let me know just the results. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if you have a different way that you guys would like to implement. I would love to hear about it. But again, thanks for tuning in with me, and you guys have a good rest of your Monday.